I'm Jacqui Colyer, and I've lived in Miami since I was 6 months old. I convinced my parents at 6 months that we should move to Miami. Born in South Carolina, but moved to Miami at 6 months after convincing my parents to do so. I've lived here in Liberty City, first in Overtown, then Liberty City, but I've always lived basically in the city of Miami. Now live in the Little Haiti, Little River community of Miami, and I don't think I'd ever leave Miami because I always consider it home. I've been educated in the public schools of Miami-Dade, graduated from Edison High School a long time ago. Went to college back in South Carolina just to kind of see if my first impressions at 6 months were correct, and ended up returning to Miami after realizing that, Miami is where I should be. I taught at the university for a couple of years, and then at Miami-Dade College, Miami-Dade College. It was a community college when I taught there, but Miami-Dade College, and went on to work in the areas of social work and in social work administration. At one point, I was the director of the Department of Children and Families for Miami-Dade and for Collier County, which is Key West. Monroe County. I always want to make it my county, but it was really Monroe that I was the regional director for. Loved that work. Ended up then moving into more social service administration, but had a good time until I decided that I wanted to do something else. So on my way to retirement, I ended up becoming a volunteer at the historic Hampton House, and joined the board after Dr. Pickney kind of twisted my arm. And she really didn't have to twist too hard, because when I was in high school, Dr. Pickney was my high school guidance counselor. And she kind of saved my life, because I'd led a demonstration in high school. Some friends and I, Gayla Brown Munnings and Dr. Leroy Lang, he's a doctor now, led a demonstration, and we were about to be expelled from school. And Dr. Pinkney came up with a creative solution to keep us in school. So when she asked me to serve on the board, I said, absolutely. So I started as vice president of the board, and then eventually became the president of the Historic Hampton House Community Trust Board. And that's what I do now. So I was on my way to retirement, and then realized how much I love the Hampton House, and how much I love being here and giving back. And I became the president of the board pre-pandemic, 2 months before the pandemic hit. And that was when everything just flipped on its head. Because we are a museum cultural center, there was really no way to keep it open. We had to basically furlough staff, and we eventually ended up laying all our staff off. And I kind of took on the role of both chair of the board and, I don't know, I guess you call it everything person at the Historic Hampton House, from running running the tours at the Hampton House once we were able to partially open, and to cleaning the pool, the fountain, sweeping the lawn, sweeping the grass, sweeping the sidewalks. I've done it all, and I've enjoyed doing it all, and have just learned so much. I mean, what I've learned being the chair of the board of the Historic Hampton House is just amazing. To learn the things about this wonderful facility, the fact that that one night in Miami actually happened. I'd heard that a long time ago, that Sam Cooke and Malcolm X and Cassius Clay and Jim Brown met here, but you hear those things and you just kind of go, yeah, right. But then to hear the story and to understand the story is just absolutely amazing.